Ojo, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
It's my pleasure. Good evening.
Great. Could there be political influences that led to INEC's decision to abandon the recall petition?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I've said this on several media platforms that it's now impossible to recall any lawmaker, except that lawmaker is very unpopular. Section 69, subsection A and B of the Constitution is very clear. And if I might remind our viewers, the last time this kind of exercise was done, it also fell flat on its face. That was in April 2018, when the people of Kogi West tried to recall Senator Dino Melaye. By the time INEC did the verification of signatures, only 5% of the signatories could be confirmed. The one for Natasha, INEC said 43% of the signatories could be confirmed. Yet, that fell short of the constitutional requirement. But even if there have been 50 plus 1 of the signatories that were confirmed, Section 69, subsection B will have kicked in which case there will have been a referendum where there will be yes or no voted by the people of Kogi Central. So what INEC has simply done is to follow the rules. It does not have to be political. It's the politicians that are bringing their dirty lilies to INEC to wash for them. And that's why today, Natasha is praising INEC for doing the right thing. But a few days back, she was accusing INEC of bias, that INEC should not have entertained that petition. But how would they not have entertained? It's a public institution, and it's just like a judiciary. Every judgment you give, one or the losing party will accuse you, and the winning party will commend you. So it's always like that with every public institution.
Very interesting, Mr. Ojo. Now, what role does the recall petition process play in Nigerian democracy? And how does INEC's abandonment of the petition affect public confidence in these processes anyway?
Well, I think it has boosted people's confidence in the commission. The fact that many have insinuated that INEC will rig the process to ensure that Natasha is recalled. Now they have been disappointed. INEC has not played their script. So I want to commend INEC for standing on the threshold of history and doing the right thing. As they did in 2018, they have repeated that. But as to your part, the first part of your question as to what does this portend? Recall is one of the instruments that have been put in place by the framers of our laws to ensure that any parliamentarians or lawmaker that does not or that fail to perform can be asked to come back home before the expiration of their tenure. And in this case, the people of Kogi West have tried to exercise that franchise, which they have failed. And it is deliberate that the framers of our laws make it very stringent that you cannot easily recall any lawmaker, just the same way you cannot easily impeach any executive, whether it's a president or governor, deputy governor, or vice president. It was deliberately made stringent so that people will not trivialize it. It will not be something like you are cooking a noodle to remove or recall someone. So it's also part of the electoral and governance process that if you fail to perform, the electorate does not have to wait till the expiration of your tenure or term of office before they can recall you. But I am happy that INEC in this instance have followed the due process, and I believe they have also their integrity quotient have increased by this action, and they have disappointed those who felt INEC was going to rig this process to ensure that Natasha was recalled without due process. So to me, it's all well and good. It's good that the people of Kogi Central tried to test waters, to see to the possibility of recalling someone they consider not to have performed. And now the verification exercise have failed. If they want to attempt again, they are free to attempt again. Maybe this time they can do better on work, and INEC will still go through the same process. And if they meet the threshold, definitely Section 69 subsection B will kick in which case they will now have to go for referendum. But thus far, none to the best of my knowledge, since we started practicing this democracy, no recall have ever succeeded. None.
Very interesting use of illustration there about the cooking of 2-minute noodles there. We thank goodness that it's not that easy to recall a senator. But what impact could this abandonment have on future recall petitions or efforts to hold elected officers accountable for their actions?
Well, I think the hope of recalling any non-performing lawmaker is not entirely lost. While the recall exercise may have failed, don't forget, for legislative position, there is no time limit. That's why you have someone like Senator, this former Senate president, who has been there since 1999. People like Senator Ali Ndume has been there since 1999, either moving from House of Reps to Senate and all of that. The reason why it is the framers of our law put a time limit for executive positions like that of president and the vice president, the governor and deputy governor, and why they don't have time limit is because at every opportunity when somebody fails to perform, you can recall. But if you fail to recall, it doesn't then mean that all hope is lost. At the next poll, when such senator, House of Reps member, or lawmaker represent him or herself, you can as well fail to re-elect the person. So those who are traducers of Natasha perhaps will have to wait till 2027 to see whether she will have justified their trust and confidence to be returned to Senate or not to re-elect the time comes.
Mr. Jide Ojo, I want to say thank you very much for giving us your opinion on the matter. Thank you, sir.